Back between the tackles with Skattebo on the stiff arm. He's tracked down past midfield with the first down.
How many people is Skattebo looking to hit?
All 11.
He gets in the open field, and he earns his 22 yards. Skattebo running the ball inside. Good blocking there by Martin. And then he just runs and looks people up.
And that's what Incarnate Word told us, right? Is he is going to stiff arm you. That's what they've told their guys on defense all week. It was on that play. Dunaway went out. Running the option here with Skattebo. Into the outside. He's got a first down. And seeking out tacklers again. Moving the chains. That's out Tolliver in motion. And Skattebo knifes his way in for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was the answer we expected. Skattebo says, hey, y'all can talk all the trash you want. I talk it with my play.
Zach McKinney said, you win this time. Touchdown for Skattebo. So pass interference on the near Tyree. First down and 10. Inside the red zone. And Skattebo looking to throw. Going end zone. Touchdown! He can pass too! Marshall Martin for 6.
I don't care how I get it. Just get it to me. It's Skattebo. It's not the prettiest thing, but it's effective. Touchdown.
Almost 90 plays for Incarnate Word defensively tonight. Here's O'Hara off of the play fake. And sideline to Skattebo. He's got the first down and more. Still trucking his way inside the red zone. He will stiff arm you and run you over for another one.
Talk about tough, hard. He gets better as the game goes on. Does anything they ask him to do. And here's a prime example what he's doing for that offense. Okay, one guy, two guys. Who else wants some of this? You want? Oh, okay. All right. It took about 5 of y'all to get me down. After being on the field for all 100 plays exactly.
Play number 101. Skattebo swinging out. Skattebo on Anya Lebechi makes a miss. And a first down and some more with the forearm shiver. So it's Jake Dunaway back in at quarterback. And Skattebo basically playing fullback is in for 6.
Yeah, they're able to move that interior defensive line, and he's able to go in easily for a touchdown.
A perfect 5 of 5 start. He's also run for 50 yards. And Skattebo hitting the edge, and that shoulder down. And that's what Coach Taylor was talking about when he said that he collapses people. Not a fun ride there for Preston Harris. Oh, and he's doing it again. Yeah. Just shoving guys out of the way for an 8-yard gain.
Oh, yeah.
That 13-yard gain, 1st and 10. Levitt gets it out to Skattebo, got a block on the edge, and Skattebo picks up 9. Running again between the tackles. Skattebo putting his hat down and going north-south. A bruising, punishing run of 12 yards to pick up the first down.
This Mississippi State defense, what you're concerned about is the size of the holes that Skattebo's had to run through a couple of times. That one.
Man, 1st and 10. Skattebo again going to pick up another first down, 14 yards. And Roddy Q, it is incredibly stifling. 3 and outs. Levitt. They set up the screen to Skattebo, got an alley down the sideline, stays on his feet. Down to the 12-yard line, and a 21-yard gain for Skattebo.
Another really creative play call. You roll to the left, set up the screen back to the right, and Cam Skattebo is the heart and soul of this offense. He has been running like that ever since the first snap. Q even told us that he ran down on the first kickoff of the game, too. He is one heck of a ball player, and they have gotten him the ball in a ton of different ways. Crew played great.
Taking home a $1.4 million check, too. Here's Skattebo, who's been money for Arizona State early in this football game. Some determined running, marauding his way through defenders to pick up 12 yards.
I'm not sure if the first defender has taken him down once in this game early on. Squeezes through a small sliver of a hole, and then lowers his pads, and you know what they say, low man wins, and Skattebo,
wow,
it's physical, 71 yards rushing already. We're not even halfway through the second quarter.
for this program, and you can feel it. It's tangible down on the sideline.
Yeah, great point. Here's one of the guys that joined the squad last year, Skattebo, with a dictatorial run between the tackles. Here's what Skattebo had to say. We played hard. That was a different team last week. And there's Skattebo again with another first down run, unremitting and unrelenting with great blocking, a 16-yard gain, Roddy.
I'm glad you have infinite adjectives to describe what Cam Skattebo is, because I'm running out of them. I mean, the physicality that he has run with has been incredibly impressive. 12 to 15 yards a run, nothing's conservative.
Up 17, this offense humming right now. Skattebo escapes inside the 5, first and goal, Arizona State. Coach a little wound up, and they wind up. Skattebo picks up 9 on 1st and 10. Team's ability to run the football well. Skattebo, he has been balling like Balenciaga tonight.
Pretty heavily after that last run.
Skattebo, first down and then some. Stovall splits. The inside receiver, they're going to keep it on the ground. Skattebo stays on his feet inside the 30 to about the 29. 3rd down and 1. On the toss, it's Skattebo. Got those shoulders square, picked up the first, still on his feet. Wow. With 3:15 to go. Skattebo again. He has been metronomic tonight. Skattebo trying the left side, stayed on his feet to pick up about 6. They handed off to Skattebo, found a crease in that defensive front, broke through 2 tacklers and got it out to the 49 and picks up the first down at midfield. Skattebo bursts through the defense on his way. Will slide down, a heady play by the vet, and yeah, feeling himself just enough right now, deservingly so.
You have that big guy back there. Hey, just run the same play. Copy it and go again. Hand it to the big man.
Skattebo, touchdown Arizona State. Oh, do we have a Texas two-step going tonight in San Marcos?
First out at 10. Pressure off the edge. Skattebo going where the man vacated. He didn't go out of bounds. He's still going. Skattebo!
End result was Skinner's first touchdown of the season. And here's Skattebo. He gets loose. He's got a first down and more. J.B. Brown makes the stop. This is what he's done now at Arizona State. He gets the call again, cuts back, cross midfield. Skattebo still going and brought down at the 42-yard line, 47-yard line.
Kyle Scott also, I mean, those holes are easy when you get your 2 big guys in.
Skattebo.
Yeah, again, that zone movement
for Arizona State. These middle 8 minutes. Last basically 4 minutes of the first half to the first 4 minutes of that second half, and Arizona State. Levitt flushed, throws, crosses body to Skattebo, middle of the field. 3rd and 2. Arizona State 0-4 on 3rd down. Not anymore though. There's Skattebo. And he's got a first down and a whole lot more. Arizona State turnovers.
Wow.
Both times they got the ball were 3 and outs by the Kansas offense. There's Skattebo, who rumbles for a first down. 1st and goal.
Wild Scat.
Skattebo, touchdown, Sun Devils.
Well, they call it the Wild Scat.
111 yards rushing, and now a touchdown run for Cam Skattebo. Here's Skattebo. And that's a first down and more.
You know,
This is about 3 DBs have been hurt here the last few plays. Skattebo runs for a first down. We'll take a break as they tend to Kobe Bryant. And look at Skattebo breaks loose. Wow.
is he something special or what?
Use your legs like he did to convert on fourth down.
And the flat, guess who? Skattebo.
Oh, and he trucks. Yeah, nice tackle.
Skattebo moves the chains once again. Van Fillinger. It's Skattebo. He gets the surge. Feet turning. First and goal, Arizona State.
Super tough. Can he carry the load? Absolutely. They just keep giving it to him. There's no touch count, but he's super tough, super durable. And that move right there, he just kind of sidestepping two.
And that's been the story of the game. Levitt hands it off. Skattebo changing direction. Lowers his head at the end and sets up a 3rd and 2.
Yes, because, you know, of the way the Cam Rising has looked.
They set up the screen. Skattebo, broken tackle, lunges ahead to Hershey. And they have Parker Lewis, who has a strong leg. Lewis handles the kickoffs. Here is Skattebo. Contact balance. Stays on his feet. And rumbles into the end zone.
You want to stay boxing analogies? Rumble, young man, rumble. What a run by Cam Skattebo. Contact balance, that's exactly what Kenny Dillingham, the head coach, told us. Yards after contact. I mean, he is taking on defenders, making a miss. And then, little Derrick Henry, stiff arm, baby. What a run.
And he stayed in bounds.
Yes. That's all they could possibly be checking on here.
Kenny Dillingham said to us,
sick skills.
His ability to absorb hits and stay on his feet. Sun Devils need the 35-yard line.
And look at all those bodies around the line of scrimmage.
Levitt moving the pocket. Backside pressure. Thrown outfield. Who else? Skattebo.
What'd you say, Clark? Skattebo, Skattebo, Skattebo. Nice job of buying time. You allow the rush to come from the outside, but Skattebo out on the route with an over-the-shoulder catch. You're responsible as a quarterback for the end man on the line of scrimmage and slide protection. You get away from him. You do a nice job of buying yourself some time.
2nd down and a yard. 57 seconds. Sims at the last second spots Skattebo over the middle and a 1st down catch up to the 22. Goal day.
Why not? Tomato juice, Candyman, Skattebo.
Sun Devils have struggled on 4th down on the road. Passing on 4th and 1. Skattebo's wide open. They've got it and much, much more. Foot race. Skattebo scores. Needed 1. Got him all.
Skattebo 2nd in the Big 12, averaging 128 yards on the ground. He's also a weapon in the air. Makes the catch, the stiff arm, and on the plus territory. The Sun Devils able to hit their all-purpose back. Sims under center, Skattebo behind him. 2nd down and goal. They pitch it left side. Skattebo makes one miss, tap dances the final few steps. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Big close victory last night against the Cowboys.
This will be Skattebo, and a big hole opens up, and there he goes, tripped up just as he was getting ready to crank it into a different gear.
And this is what you got to love. Josh Atkins, look at the strength, the big man, the dancing bear, sets the edge.
Rail Mire started his career at Texas, spent a couple of years in Austin. Second down give, and Skattebo keeps his legs. Man, he is fun to watch. He is old school football from that running back position. So they've taken the chains out along that far side. So 1st and goal. Skattebo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. That is a valley run. That is a valley finish from Cam Skattebo. My goodness.
Let's see the end of this play again. Once again, 2 guys on the edge that are there, and then you see Jordan Bartlett just tries to come in with the shoulder, gets knocked to the side, and I think that's that moment right there. Big play for ASU, and Cam Skattebo back 10 yards.
First down, he will check down. This is Skattebo.
He needs his quarterback, Avery Johnson, to be an alpha, showing some of those moments here.
Stormy's everywhere tonight. Cam Skattebo on the first play of the ASU drive got knocked backwards, but not before. They will hand it off. Good call. Skattebo spins around and gets the first down. You weren't kidding. That ball went through Tyson's hands. He definitely could have caught that. Now another little screen play. Skattebo got a block. Will turn it upfield, break a tackle, cut it inside the 30. ASU, huge play for K-State. They need it so bad. Levitt in the pocket. Levitt will throw to Skattebo. He'll cut it and then drive forward, get the first down. And he is just trucking Kansas State defenders, knocking them backwards.
It's an incredible individual effort by Skattebo. Sam Levitt working all the way left to right through his progression. No one open, checks it down to Skattebo out in the flat. And if you try to tackle him up.
The clock is definitely the Sun Devils' friend. They fake the pitch. Now sling it out to Skattebo, and it's such a quick move, and then another broken tackle, which sort of undersells the power behind that.
Gave up some points. How did the Sun Devils answer?
Skattebo in the backfield, hand off to him, straight ahead, he squirts through, still on his feet. Man, Cam Skattebo, it's not only the power, it's the balance. All right, ASU all of a sudden feeling a little pressure here. They were up 24-0. Now it's 24-14. And when you're feeling pressure, give it to number 4, Cam Skattebo, on first down, a run of 4.
On their 46, and Cam Skattebo breaking free, trying to get the edge. Broken tackle. First down, Skattebo. And finally knocked out of bounds. Transfer almost 1,100 rushing yards this year.
Left tackle does an excellent job helping allow Skattebo to get to the edge. You see the vision, the cutback, and he is a downhill running back that is so tough.
Skattebo on second down. And another good run to the 31 for 7 yards. And they will on third down and 3. Skattebo again delivers the shot and gets the first down. Another touch for Skattebo. Stumbles toward the goal line, and he's in for the Arizona State touchdown. Here's Tyson, bottom of the screen. It will be Skattebo, and he's into the end zone for the second time already. Touchdown, ASU. Bring a couple of extra offensive linemen in here on third down and 1. Skattebo, again a broken tackle, and he can walk in. Touchdown. Third of the first half for Cam Skattebo.
The physicality of this offensive line. This left side, watch them cave everything down. 28 Tanner Wall comes off the edge. You're not going to arm tackle Cam Skattebo. The O-line's trucking people, and Skattebo's rolling to the end zone.
Some think this is bigger given what's at stake now in the college football playoff era and the 12-team playoff era. Skattebo gets the first down and again delivers a strike to the defender.
And then getting work done this afternoon.
Levitt to Skattebo out in space. And again, a broken tackle. Skattebo, first down to the 35.
And the battle they're in Minnesota, a lot of football left today, Dave.
Notre Dame's got unbeaten Army. Skattebo breaks free, and maybe a touchdown-saving tackle at the 40-yard line by Micah Harper. They look like they got another one. Their wide receiver coach is Hines Ward, the former Steeler. Skattebo trying to bust it to the outside. Outruns a DB and scoots out of bounds. At the 37, that's a gain of 9.
Skattebo, what patience. He squeezes through. He slides by. Skattebo is free once again, and he won.
And Skattebo nearly 1,400 yards, and this is how he's going to open up the Big 12 championship. As advertised, Big Cam.
And it's a great job of patience in vision this time. But he looks back that way and sees the cutback. This is a tremendous job. It's supposed to go to the right, but great job of patience and vision by this sensational running back. Running the football with Skattebo really has been paying dividends early.
Here is Skattebo, and this is exactly what he does. How did he stay on balance there? Look at him go! Skattebo inside the 30. A human wrecking ball downfield through Iowa State's defense.
And it's the contact balance that's just so uncanny. You see Mr. and Mrs. Skattebo looking on right there, and you're pulling guys around, you're getting them into second level, you got DBs with an opportunity to make a tackle, and they just can't get him down. A miss, a run over, a run through, he stays on his feet, and then shedding those 15 extra pounds has helped his speed, and just refuses to.
Skattebo. All too easy.
And what's so fun about it too, Joe, is that everybody's alive for the playoff as long as you're in contention to win your conference.
There's Mr. Contact Balance again. Look at Skattebo go. Tripped up just inside the 20. What an unbelievable first half by Skattebo.
Keep feeding me. You're going to get a pull here and a kick out, but it's Ebel who gets the opportunity right there, 47, and he gets lowered. And if you're Iowa State, I mean, you got to invite friends to the party if you're going to tackle Skattebo. I mean, you got to invite every contact in your phone.
There is no foul on the play. That's an Arizona State player towel.
Because he is not.
Levitt's going to swing it to him out of the backfield.
Yeah. Listen, get the touches however you need to. And it's funny, you think back to earlier in the year for Arizona State. Skattebo missed.
Levitt's under center. Skattebo's the featured tailback here on 1st and goal. And what else would you expect? His second rushing touchdown of the game. 140 yards and 2 touchdowns now for Cam Skattebo.
Well, at linebacker, this time Sadowski has a chance to make a tackle on the redshirt freshman quarterback, and now you're seeing his ability to make people miss going down right before.
Iowa State has lost this year, just the 4th. Skattebo. Look at the extra yardage from the leg drive. He had his back to the defense, and he still gets an extra 5 yards.
Yeah.
Second down, Skattebo spinning and still driving with defenders draped on him. John Haycock was very honest with his assessment in the lead up to this, saying, we may not be built to deal with this bruising running attack. How are they built here on 3rd and 3? Well, as he said, after the forced fumble and recovery, Skattebo patiently looking and just pushing bodies aside.
You said patiently, Joe. That's one aspect of his game that.
And Skattebo and the Sun Devils get back to work on offense.
So I want to give
this season over 1,100 yards and 10 touchdown receptions, but they're picking up the pieces. 3rd down and 5. Levitt swings it to Skattebo. Skattebo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another touchdown for the big bruiser.
Look at the job these receivers and tight ends do out here on the perimeter. There's Stovall getting a big block there. Try hard play. Mateer gets a big block, and they just pave a way for Skattebo on the swing pass. This group of receivers not afraid to put their face they faced all year.
He has been red hot down the stretch of this season as well. But you know who they always go to. Cam Skattebo, as advertised, first run of the game.
Safety lined up one-on-one with Troy O'Meara. And O'Meara gets a great block. He helps set that edge for Skattebo to get to the outside. Called complementary football, no doubt.
Just to breathe for a moment against this Texas onslaught as Skattebo now runs the ball hard downfield. That's what you're used to seeing with the Sun Devils.
Yeah.
3rd and 3. Skattebo maybe just short by about a half a yard as Barron Sorrell collapsed on him from Sugar Land, Texas, with a big play against the Horns. And now Skattebo with that style we're used to seeing, fighting his way for 8.5 yards. Lost a year because of a knee injury. Excellent blocking for Skattebo, who bounces off his own man and is able to pinball his way inside the 35-yard line.
Weapon for the Sun Devils this year.
See that game of pad leverage against Jahdae Barron.
Seeing a little bit more designed quarterback run early in the second half by Arizona State as a changeup.
2nd and 10. Here's Skattebo out into space. Blockers in front. Skattebo with that balance to get the first down.
And that's a really nice play call, Joe.
2nd and 10. Skattebo catches a seam, and it's going to be 1st and goal, Sun Devils.
1-2. Against a 330-pound nose guard, not easy to do. That could not be executed better in the zone play. And how about Ben Coleman, the transfer for Cal, climbing up into a linebacker, and finally Cam Skattebo able to get in the second level of this defense. And you know, it's interesting. Katie told us earlier in the game she talked to Michael Taft, and she said, you know, Cam.
6.5 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. Skattebo able to get ahead and a fresh set of downs.
It's going to be here picking that up. He's trying to run through this, and Fautanu's a guy very experienced. 51 consecutive starts. This guy's played over 4,000 snaps.
Skattebo, there it is. Nice big hole for Cam Skattebo, who stays on his feet. Big bruising Cam. Chunk play, Skattebo.
Andrew Makuba had the first chance. Gavin Holmes had the second. Nobody could bring him down. I think there's a bit of a misconception out there that all Skattebo is just this one-cut north-south runner who likes to get physical, but he's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, Joe. You saw the patience there, and you see the vision there, and the lateral cuts. He's 15 pounds lighter than he was a year ago. He's running faster. He's been clocked at 21 miles an hour this year running. That's
Skattebo trying to power ahead, and was it that extra leg drive? And a first down for Arizona State.
And Andrew Makuba, look, 4 Texas players with an opportunity at Skattebo. How does he keep his balance right there? And his knees don't touch the ground, just keeps driving the.
You see how ineffective Arizona State has been when they've been in Texas territory. Skattebo out of the backfield. So he had to turn around and catch that ball, so a minimal gain. They're going to run it straight ahead with Skattebo, gets the first down on what was 3rd and 10. He gets it out to midfield.
From the outside here is coming this way, and sometimes running into blitzes is a good thing.
4th down and 2. Trailing by 2 possessions. Skattebo's going to try to throw it downfield, and it is caught. And into the end zone goes Malik McClain. Cam Skattebo.
Michael Taft going to come downhill, and nobody in the back end for Malik McClain on the post. This is funny in some ways because Arizona State fans will remember the awful pass Skattebo had in the Big 12 title game down by the goal line.
You know what else they'll remember? With a running back option pass to Jake the Snake. On this day in 1997, they made it to the Rose Bowl. And in that season, Levitt gonna launch it downfield. Looking for Skattebo, and he gets him. Flag is down. Stiff arm. Helmet off.
a look here at the bottom of the screen. Skattebo, one-on-one, runs right by Michael Taft. There was a little shove there late. I don't know where they're going to call this on.
Is this going to be Skattebo straight ahead, driving those legs, and in, he gets in, he is in, touchdown, Forks up. Skattebo has done it! We are all tied up in the ATL. With their big man they've been riding all year long. Skattebo wrapped up, sent back, and then goes forward. Is he in? Yes! 335-pound Bill Norton met him. But Cam Skattebo had other plans.
Skattebo break all those tackles.
This is outrageous. Look at the power running here. That's a 335-pound defensive tackle who stonewalls him, and he still fights through.
You know who needs an attaboy? Number 77 right there.